Hey girl, it is autumn. We are at the end of 2025 and it is time to reset. Let's get our intentions in order. And in 2026, we want to be the main characters of our own stories. And I have 3 messages for you and for me, if I'm being honest, so that we can do just that. I've got my tea, turmeric ginger. Let's get into it, sis. First message, first thing that we're going to do and we're going to work on starting right now is we are going to be much more intentional about what we consume on social media and really the internet in general. And I say the internet because it's so easy to start looking for one thing and then just lose yourself in a rabbit hole. When you get on social media and you see somebody that you're inspired by and you're like, wow, this person is really giving me so many good feelings and making me feel so motivated, we want to make sure that we're not getting lost in that person's journey and abandoning our own path. And that's so easy to do. I've been there. You see somebody, they're killing it, they're doing all of the things, and it's almost like you start living vicariously through them. My thing is I love to follow like healthy eating people or people that cook their own meals, and I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm being nourished by just watching this person. And then I have to be like, girl, no, you're not actually getting those nutrients. You need to do that for yourself. If that's what I want in my life, I need to pay attention to my own path. So what we want to do is be very intentional about the time that we spend on social media. When we open our phones, we want to even maybe like double step and like, wait a minute, what am I getting on here for? What is it that I want to do? Even if you're getting on social media because you want to take a little break, like give yourself 10 minutes, give yourself 5 minutes. And you take your break, you scroll, and then remind yourself to hop off so that you can continue being in your own IRL life. Also, make sure that the people that you're following are people that make you feel good about yourself and not people that make you feel like, oh, I should be doing this. Oh, I wish I was this. Let's be aware of those internal conversations that we're having and really interrupt that storytelling so that we're bigging ourselves up. Like, yeah, I can do that too. And if you're following somebody that is making you feel bad about yourself, then unfollow, babe. You don't have to. There's nothing that is forcing you to follow somebody. So, message 1, let's be more intentional about the way that we spend our time, really, not even just on social media, but how we are spending our time. And I'm not saying that all of our time has to be hustle, 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 but be aware of like, what am I consuming? What are the things that I'm experiencing? Okay? All right, let's move on to message number 2. I want you to come in a little closer because this one is really important. I want you to love and deeply accept yourself right now, just as you are. What happens when we start setting goals for ourselves and we start seeing maybe a bigger vision for ourselves? We start to feel like, oh, I'll be worthy when I get there. I'll start caring for myself when I get there. I'll start resting when I get there. No, 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 boo. You need that rest right now. You need that love right now. And you are worthy right now, just as you are. I don't care what you want to work on. I don't care what you want to grow. You are worthy right now, just as you are. And that version of yourself that is in the future, killing it, eating healthy, has dope, loving relationships, that version of you contains you as you are right now. It's just little steps that you're going to take to get to that version. But it's not like you're going to like erase who you are. No, the version of ourselves that we are right now, we worked really hard. We had to go through so many things to get where we are right now. So we're not abandoning ourselves. That's not the way forward. We want to love and accept ourselves. I listened to this really beautiful podcast. I can't think of the name right now, but what I'm going to do is after I'm done recording this, I'm going to look it up and then I'm going to put it in the show notes. And so what this woman was saying is, think of your life as a braid. And as you are going on your journey and you're experiencing all of the things, you want to be able to braid in all of the good things, all of the joys, all of the wins, with all of the really difficult things that really happened, and all of the things that you wished were different. And you want to be able to hold both of those things at the same time, because there's no getting to perfect. I believe that there's not a moment in our life where we're going to be like, oh my gosh, all the boxes are checked off, everything's fixed. And if we're constantly chasing outside of ourselves and constantly reaching outside of ourselves, then we're going to feel like we're never enough. There's never going to be a moment where we're like, you know what? I feel so good about myself and so loving within myself. So you want to give that to yourself right now. Right now. Just give yourself a little hug right now. Let's do that together. That feels good. Okay, we're moving along. We're getting through this. Message number 3. We need to hold ourselves accountable. And listen, stay with me. Because when we say accountability, when we say that word, I know so many of us are like, that sounds really hard. That sounds like punishment. That sounds like something that I don't really want to do. And I get it. But let's work on taking the shame out of accountability, okay? Because sometimes you make mistakes, okay? And what this really is about is strengthening our intuition, getting really clear with self, being able to sit with uncomfortable feelings, because we don't want to push the uncomfortable feelings aside. We don't want to do that. We don't want to ignore the things that our intuition is alerting us of and just act like it's not going on. We want to be able to sit with that and really figure out what is the best move from this space. Sometimes that's just sitting still, but sometimes that's, maybe that means I gotta admit, hey, I was wrong. Maybe there's somebody that you need to apologize to, or maybe there's something that you need to add to your life. I know for me, I had to be like, girl, you are 40 now. And that is beautiful. I love to talk about how I'm 40, but that also comes with some other things. I need to work out more often. I need to work on my strength training. Instead of seeing yoga as this cute little thing that I can do once every couple of months, no boo. You need to do that at least once a week, maybe even twice a week. And that is me being honest with myself, being real with myself, and also checking back in with myself. Are you doing that? On days that I feel sluggish, that I feel moody, I have to be honest with myself and be like, hey, you said you were going to go to yoga because this actually helps you to feel better. And then do it. We can be loving while we hold ourselves accountable, as long as we're honest with self. That's what it's about, being honest. It's not about looking outside of ourselves and saying, what does this person feel like I should be doing? How does this person perceive me? How can I please them? No. We're not doing that in 2026, okay? Because as long as we are radically honest with ourselves, we are holding ourselves accountable so that when we are in relationship with people, we don't need to put somebody else on a pedestal. Because if somebody comes to us and says, hey, I don't like that you did that, what we can then do is come back to self, get really honest, and we get to make the decision about how we move forward. Okay? We got this. We got this, sis. Okay? We are going into 2026. Actually, no, we're starting this right now. We are the main characters of our own stories. And listen, that does not mean that you are ignoring everybody out here in the world, because we need each other. People need each other. And sometimes you're a character in somebody else's story because we're interconnected, but we need to come back to self and say, what is the vision for my life? And that only helps somebody else grow what it is that they want to grow, because when we're all truthful and honest with ourselves and remember to come back into alignment, then things can weave together more harmoniously. It's not about perfection, but it's about being able to recognize what's going on here, what's going on with my life. While you're on this journey of holding yourself accountable, checking in with your intuition, if you want some more communication with me, your girl, Nicole Washington, I have a very lovely newsletter that I send out once a week. I talk about my own challenges and wisdom that has come from them. I also tap into what is going on for the collective, and I offer a soul reflection. And at the end of each and every newsletter, I give you an affirmation to carry with you throughout the week so that you have something to ground into, a way to come back to self. A little cheer for yourself, because we need that. We need to be cheering ourselves on. So you can look in the show notes for the Awaken Your Magic newsletter. And also please subscribe to this channel, because your girl is here offering messages, wisdom, connection. Like, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you've got going on. Let me know what you're growing. All right, y'all. Thank you for sitting with me and experiencing these messages. I am sending you so much love, so many blessings. Bless, bless, bless.